Before we start this video, I do want to give the courtesy to listing some trigger warnings that we are going to be talking about in this video. They'll be put right here in this little list for a couple of seconds, so if those are some trigger topics for you, I suggest not watching this video, but if you don't really care, then go ahead and keep watching. That is it. We can get on to the video now. Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. Now, we are going to be switching things up a little bit in today's video. I assume at least a good majority of you, maybe not, maybe just some of you are a little bit confused about the, I guess, transgressions that have been happening throughout these past couple of months, maybe. You know, it was going to Texas, not going to Texas, going back to Texas, not doing Texas. I broke up with Renee. No, Renee's in videos, we're together. It all might be a little bit confusing, and I've gotten quite a few messages at this point in time of people being like, hey man, I need your help, I'm moving too, and how did you do it? But I didn't do it, I never moved, this is a thing. So I guess because I was stupid and made my own shit public for the world to see, I now have to explain exactly what has been going on. I guess in order to explain myself in any fashion of the sense, honestly, when it's just thinking about it, well, it doesn't make any sense, but this'll help everyone else, I guess. I don't know. We gotta go back to, yeah, the earlier days, high school Dakota. Now, I know this is gonna come as a surprise for some of you guys, and that surprise is gonna be, I have quite a few mental illnesses. I know. A guy with face tattoos making YouTube videos for a living, breeding reptiles, not being totally sane up there? What? Yeah, no, I do. At a pretty young age, I've realized that I was not like all the normal kids, obviously. I did have some stuff wrong with me. However, due to childhood experiences, etc., I was never open with a therapist, and that kind of indulged later on into my teenage life of, I've always thought, I guess due to my inabilitation to express myself emotionally and be vulnerable with people, I always just kind of lashed out at therapy, or at least getting any sort of mental help. I found it as a sign of weakness. I never believed in any of it, and that definitely caused me a lot of problems growing up. So without being completely honest with any of my therapists, they kind of just chalked me up. I would let some things out, but again, another fear of mine was being institutionalized, and I didn't want to go into inpatient. So I kind of skirted around a lot of questions, and they just kind of chalked me up to, you know, depression, anxiety, the general stuff, gave me some pills, and sent me on my way. However, that wasn't just it, you know, I didn't just have depression and anxiety. It was something a little bit more complex, I guess. Now, I won't make this a 40-minute video going on my long life struggle throughout my childhood with mental illness. That's for the autobiography when I become famous. I will chalk it up for that shit happened in the past, and up till recently, I never really knew what was wrong with me until, I guess not that long ago. Recently, that's when I discovered that I have, damn, it's hard to say. That I have borderline personality disorder, or BPD. For those of you that don't know what borderline personality disorder, or BPD, is, I'll start off by giving the WebMD look that makes me sound totally nuts, and then I'll just give you some of my experiences of what I've found borderline personality to be. So, behavioral, people may experience antisocial behavior, compulsive behavior, hostility, impulsivity, irritability, risk-taking behavior, self-destructive behavior, self-harm, social isolation, and or lack of restraint. My mood constantly, or will apparently exist as anger, anxiety, general disconnection, guilt, loneliness, mood swings, and or sadness. Psychologically, I'll have depression, disoriented self-image, grandiosity, and or narcissism. Also common, thoughts of suicide. Really rounded up, the two major things I believe, or at least in my personal experience, people with borderline personality disorder really struggle with are the two main things, that being struggling with self-image and then struggling with emotional instability. Struggling with self-image can date back to even as young as like the teenage years. I've never felt like I was connected to any group. I never thought I belonged to really anyone, any friendship circle, anything like that. I was constantly changing my appearance, whether that be coloring my hair, growing my hair out, shaving my hair. I mean, it's even prevalent within the last 2 years where my condition has pretty much gone to its like max. I mean, you guys have seen it. I've grown my hair out, I shaved my head, I got dreads, cut my dreads off, re-dreaded my hair, cut my dreads again, cut my hair, grew a beard, shaved my beard, tattooed my face, really anything I could think of doing that would just give me some sort of self-identification as far as what I look like. Because to be honest, I don't know. I don't really know who I am, I guess. Then the more little scary part, I guess, would be the emotional instability. There are a lot of things that go with this throughout my life. Man. It's difficult. It's definitely, it's really hard, man. It's hard talking about it. It's hard figuring out the words to say, because I know this is going to be viewed by a bunch of people, and it's definitely going to, open me up for criticism, and it's tough. It's tough to talk about this stuff. Anger is a big part of my BPD. Even, it's not like just regular stuff that would make you just angry. It's the littlest bit of things. Like, a good example is I'm wearing a jacket and it gets snagged on a door handle or a shelf piece, something like that, and it snags me. What everyone else would just be like, oh, just move it. I get so angry. I'll be put inside of a rage that this happened, and just like literally full on rage. I am just like 100% pissed off that that fucking doorknob would snag my jacket. For the most part, my moods just like swing crazily. I mean, I'll go from, again, blinding rage to then immense sadness to then I'm okay and I'm happy. That can go within like an hour of each other. I can feel those three things like back, and then I'm done. I can feel happiness, and all of a sudden I'll be super sad. You know, I'll have all this optimism in the world. I'm the best reptile breeder. No, we are gonna make it big. Blah, blah, blah. And then like a couple of hours later, I'll be like, I fucking suck. You know, I should just sell all my stuff. Like I'm a shit breeder. I can't do this anymore. I'm not good. That part's really tough, man. It's hard to. It's a struggle with yourself when you, when I don't know what emotion is real, you know? So, like, I never know I'll never understand right at this point, you know, what am I really feeling? What's the real emotion? Like, what's the illness and what's really me? And that's a living hell, man. It's hard to do this on a daily basis, feeling all these things every single day. Oh, man. There's a couple of other things that go along with it. There's a lot of paranoia and what I like to call like black and white thinking. So with like, again, you guys have seen this via YouTube. It has exposed itself, but I try to hide it as best as I can. I don't have friends, really. I try to, throughout my life, as my condition's gotten worse, I've tried to distance myself from contacting or making any friends, just because I know this is what happens, and I have these paranoia thoughts that no one really is my friend, so I just kind of keep my distance. And for those of you that had the unfortunate part of trying to become my friend, you guys know what happens. I get weird, man. If someone says something wrong or someone like doesn't agree with me, I have this black and white thinking where it's not, my brain can't comprehend that the person is disagreeing with my ideology or my suggestion, my idea, versus this, I connect that person disagreeing with my idea to disagreeing with me and being against me. So that's basically it. It's either like, if you don't agree with me, you are 100% against me, and you are now my enemy, and it can flip just like that. I don't really take in account how how it would be for the other person. I just kinda, that's just the way I think. It's just, you know, if people disagree with me, then fuck you, you're dead to me. And I've just kinda lived my life through that throughout my entire life. Never back down from that fucking growth thing though. I was right on that. I don't care what I have. There is no fucking way you weren't talking shit about me in my grow tents, man. 100%. I will stick by that till the day I die. Definitely 100%. I gotta add some humor in here, man. This is just making me so fucking depressed. Yeah, you know, mix all that black and white thinking with uncontrollable anger, and you get just a lot of lashing out. I've had people where I had someone take care of my collection while I was gone, and I just totally went off on them because it didn't come for one day, which, again, you know, 2020 hindsight, it wasn't that big of a deal because I was coming back like a day or two later, but it was just, I don't know, in my mind, I was so angry and I felt so betrayed and just pissed, so like I just went off on him as hard as I could, and that kind of sucked. I kind of missed that guy. We were good friends for a minute, and then I was totally like, fuck you, dude, you're dead to me, I can't believe you would do this to me. And, you know, that's just what it is, you know, you can't take back words, you can't take back actions, and it sucks. It sucks. I think I'll wrap it up to there. I mean, I could go on hours about like every individual thing I've done that's made me hate myself. A lot of different stuff, you know, there's a lot of self-guilt. I kind of distort reality. I think that's the hardest part, is I almost feel like there are two sides to me, you know? And when I'm feeling this other side, I know it's like distorting reality. I just get this stuff in my head and I'm like, I'm right. Like, no matter how crazy it sounds, I know I'm in the right now. And I just don't feel anything at that point in time because all I care about is being right about that thing. And I crush people, I destroy people. I hurt. I hurt a lot of fucking people, man. For no good fucking reason. For no good reason whatsoever. I just hurt people. You know, BPD is genetic. Now, my mom and my dad don't have it. However, my dad's not my real dad. My actual father adopted me when I was 6, so my biological father, I found out recently, actually has bipolar disorder and narcissism. Narcissism personality disorder. So, yeah, thanks biological dad. You left me when I was 2, and you gave me a really shit personality disorder. Good stuff, my guy. So anyway, now that you have that, I don't know, 10 to 13 minutes of context, we can actually get into, you know, what the baseline of this story is. What is going on, Dakota? What is going on about Texas? You said you were going, you said you weren't going, you said you were going, and now we're not. And now you're not going. What's happening, man? Like, why? What is going on? Here is the full story that I'm gonna tell everyone. I don't exactly know why I thought it was a good idea. It was a horror. Number one, logistically, this would never work. Moving 100 animals across the country, come on. That would literally never work. There is no way it would possibly work. I sold it to you. I said I was gonna do it. There was no fucking way in hell I was gonna be able to move all of these animals to Texas. Come on. Absolutely no way. At some point in my mind, I got it in my head that, Texas was the place to be. I needed to go back to Texas because that's where more of the big game people were. I had a lot of people hit me up that were from Texas that wanted to work with me, collab with me, and I thought this could really bump the business. Like, I could actually take the business to the next level. I could stop being broke. I am so broke. And maybe this would help me, like, not, like, actually start gaining some revenue and actually, you know, being somewhat comfortable in my living. I had the just absolutely genius idea. 10 out of 10 fucking plan, my guy. What I was going to do, here was the entire plan that in my head I was like, this is foolproof, it'll work. I contacted I don't want to say it. It's fucking ridiculous. It is so... Okay. I contacted my ex of 7 years, the absolute worst person that destroyed my life, that just broke me down to nothing, cheated on me like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 times. I don't think she was ever faithful to me. I think she was constantly cheating on me. We did some drugs together for a number of years. I left her because I was like, I don't want to do this shit anymore, and that's actually why I moved up here. My genius brain was like, bro, here's the thing. She's got a house. She's got a garage. Let's move everything down there, and then we can be in Texas. Boom! Surefire plan. I see absolutely no flaws in that. There are several fucking flaws in that idea. Number one, I don't know her anymore, and she doesn't know me. It's been 7 fucking years. The last time we saw each other, we were like 17 or 18 years old. So, a lot's fucking changed in 7 years, my guy. For one, I didn't own reptiles 7 years ago or 8 years ago. That's a big thing. Just the fact that we've changed so much of people, and I thought, no, it's the same person, it's fine. That's ludicrous. It's absolutely, it's ridiculous having that ideology, but that's what I thought. That is the exact thing. I was like, it'll be fine. Problem number 2 with this idea, she has 2 children. I can't fucking stand kids. I'm so sorry to anyone that has kids. I don't mean to rag on you. I can't stand them. I hate children. Honestly, if I ended up actually pulling through with this idea and going, which I would never be able to do it, but if I did, it wouldn't have worked. I don't know. I don't know what not good. Living with 2 children for the rest of my life, it would have been not a good thing for me. Yeah. So yeah, that is my game plan that I thought about in about 15 minutes and then tried to execute, and that was move my entire life across the country to a stranger that I don't know for 7 years, and then one that lives with kids that I don't like kids. That sounds like the perfect plan, man. I don't see any flaws in it. But yeah, that was the thing. That's what I had in my head. That was my distorted reality that I 100% believed that it was the right thing to do, and it was the only thing, not just the right thing, the only thing I could possibly do. And so I did whatever I could to make that happen, and man, did I fuck up. That's the truth of it all. And it's at this point when I'm in this type of distorted reality that I really feel no empathy towards anyone. I bottle it all up, I push it aside, because whatever goal I have in mind is the only thing that matters in that scenario. And throughout all that, I hurt people. I hurt the... But man, I hurt the people that I held closest to me. The woman I was absolutely in love with. The woman I spent years and years with. That I thought I was going to build this place up. That she was going to be my left-hand man, you know, my sidekick to my business. I just threw her away. My family. The people that helped me so much to get to where I am today, I just wrote them off. I broke everyone around me because I didn't give a shit at the time. All I cared about was getting the fuck out of here. And it didn't matter who I had to step on, just as long as I met my goal. But at that point, I didn't feel anything. I didn't care about anything or anyone. Until one day I did. All that empathy just flooded in, and I broke down over and over again. But some stuff you can't take back. Some actions you can't take back. There's some words you say you can't take back, and that was all out there. I couldn't change that, and that just fucking killed me inside. The guilt consuming me every day. It got to the point where I just couldn't take it anymore, and I, tried to do it multiple times, failed. Wound up in the ER for a wellness test center, whatever the thing was, and yeah. Yes, the ending to this is I'm not going to Texas. That never was a real thing. It was just a fabrication of my deluded mind. But what I am doing is I'm just tired of living like this, man. So I'm pushing forward, and I'm going to go get some professional help. You know, it's time, and I want to come out of this and just not feeling the way I do every single day. Even through all this, man, even through all of this, I still have a fucking amazing support system. My family's still here, and Renee, man, Renee's... that amazing fucking woman is still here today, trying to help. Even after everything I did to her. I don't deserve her, man. That woman's a fucking angel. Can't take back the things you do. You can only try to get better in the future. And that's what I'm doing. So there's my story. Yeah, shit, just laying it all out there. There is, I guess, I mean, obviously, I wanted to, you guys keep asking about the Texas thing, so the Texas thing isn't happening. Stop asking me about it. It kills me every single time. It brings it all back. Please stop asking me about Texas. It's not a thing. Please stop. There was another reason why I wanted to do this, and I mean, I think it goes to the point with why this is so hard to make, because I feel like mental illness of itself is such a taboo topic, and I was scared. I really didn't want to make this video. I was terrified if people... It's one thing, anxiety, depression, but this is... I'm scared. I'm scared what people are going to think of me after it. And, yeah, but I know I felt this way before when I made that sobriety video. And although I was afraid to make it, I know the messages I got from people were so, like, how many people actually touched and how many people related to it. I wanted to do the same thing because I don't want people to make the mistake that I made throughout my entire life up to now, man. I spent, I don't know how, over decades, years and years feeling like this when I didn't have to. I not only lived my life with all this pain, but I've hurt so many people around me because of this, where I could have gotten better. But I chose not to, and that leads to where I am today, man, and at the end of it all, just fuck what people think, man. If you're feeling like this, if you got your issues, man, there ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You gotta go get some help. I know, I mean, coming from me, man, I was the guy that was most, reluctant about therapy and anything like that. I thought it was stupid, but it's not. It's not stupid. And it can do wonders for you. So that is my message for today is if you're feeling like this and, go talk to someone. There are people out there. They can help you. Don't live your life like me, man. I've wasted so many years of my life in this agony, and when I didn't have to, and that's just sad. So we'll wrap this video up. As you can see, my consistency has gone to shit. I just dealing with a lot. So I don't know. I'm at a crossroad because I make money off of YouTube, and I see my YouTube money diving, and that like freaks me the fuck out because I'm losing money, which means, you know, can I afford my bills because my money's going down because I'm not actually making good content anymore because I physically cannot create feeling like this. It sucks. So I'm at this point where like, do I take a week off and do I just like relax? But then I'm like, well, how much money will I lose? Will I be able to gain that back in time? Those are thoughts going through my head. I don't want to take a week off. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, but what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to drop down to 3 videos a week for a minute to just kind of catch my breath and work on what really matters, and then at that point go from there until I'm feeling myself a little bit more and I can actually start getting some better content. Then we'll go back to 5 days a week. That is my game plan. That is what I'm doing. That is the end of this video. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you.